Hi, welcome to Docuware Syspro Integration demonstration. Today we would like to show how Docuware can integrate into Syspro. Our journey will start from our Outlook because we are receiving our invoices through our email. For the accounts payable scopes, generally we prefer to watch accounts payable email boxes to be able to capture all incoming invoices automatically. Basically, the QA watches accounts payable email boxes, capture all the incoming invoices, and ingest their data without any human interaction. But for this demonstration, we will be using this little Docuware connection button sitting on my personal email box. As I don't want to capture all the incoming emails from my email box, I will be using this manual Outlook integration. Docuware is fully integrated into Outlook, so by clicking on this little blue button, I can capture the selected email and the attachments. But as I said before, for accounts payable processes for big projects, we generally prefer to watch the whole incoming invoices, capture incoming invoices, and ingest their data without any human interaction, without any manual action. For today, I will select the sample invoice and I will hit this little Docuware button, or optionally, I can right click on the related email and click on store button. I can also select the related configuration, but for now, it's Syspro is already selected. So what I just need to do, I just need to hit the store button. Once I hit the store button, the system will take this attachment and put it on my document tray. I will go back to my Docuware. I will be seeing the captured invoice on my document tray. I can double click on it to be able to review it on the right hand side. And from this point, Docuware can capture and ingest all this data without any human interaction. But since this is an accounts payable process, which is very sensitive, we need to capture the right information. I will be hitting the store button manually for training purposes, because if I hit the store button and select the right file cabinet, Syspro file cabinet, you will see that we started to capture some information automatically without any human interaction. Since this is the first time we are storing this invoice, it's a new invoice for the system, I need to train the system. When I say training, I'm trying to say that we just need to show the right information on the invoice. By highlighting the right information on the right-hand side, we will be training the system. And this will happen 2 or 3 times. And then after the third storing process, the system will start capturing all the key information from our invoices automatically. Docuware uses machine learning and artificial intelligence to learn what it needs to capture from your action. At the beginning of each project, there's a training phase, and you need to highlight the right information from your documents just to train the system. For this invoice, as I said, this is the first time we are storing this invoice, but the system has already captured some key information. As the end user, what I need to do, I just need to train the system by highlighting the right information on the right-hand side. We capture the company name, document type looks okay. There's no due date, so I can skip this information because it's not a mandatory field. Now I just need to train the system by highlighting the right total text information. Total text should come from here. Subtotal 500. Document number should come from this section. This section. And line item extraction. If I highlight the table, you will see that the system is able to understand the table arrays. And if I need to change anything on this line item extraction table, I can simply click on transfer column. And if I change the table structure, the system will remember my action, and next time around, it will start capturing the right information without any manual highlighting or manual data entry. Let's say I want to change item codes with description section, so I can just simply click on transfer column, and this action will replace item codes with the description column. And if I store this invoice with this structure, the system will understand that it needs to capture description rather than code. And next time around we receive this invoices, similar invoices, the system will remember what it needs to capture, and basically we will be capturing description section rather than item codes. I will cancel this action because I want to capture item codes. I can close this table, and everything looks okay. We have trained the system. We filled all the missing information. Next time around, I don't need to take any action. As an end user, I will be just hitting store button. Once we hit store button, we will run integration, and we will see the invoice on the Syspro screen. Before we check this integration, I can open my Syspro screen. As you can see, the purchase order 492, it's not matched, and the last invoice for this supplier, which is ID is 9, the last invoice is 4377. If we go back to Docuware, and check what we have stored together, the PO number was 492 and the invoice number was 4378. But the last invoice sitting on Syspro screen was 4377. As you can see, this purchase order hasn't matched with any invoice yet, and this co-form services for this supplier, I have the last invoice is 4377. Now, once I refresh my Syspro screen, I should be able to see invoice number 4378. I will close this purchase order good received notes screen for now, and I will be refreshing this page. And as you can see, now we have this new invoice, which is 4378. If I open this invoice, I should be able to see all the details. I can click on show invoices, and here is our last invoice with the right amount information. And if I go back to my Docuware screen, let's refresh this page. The status should be processed because we have exported this invoice to Syspro screen. It is now processed. I can double click on it to be able to review it on the right hand side. And if I open edit index entries, you will see that we are handling two-way matching process on Docuware. Line items comes from the invoice on the right hand side. Purchase order line items comes from Syspro because we know that the purchase order number is 492, and we are reading from Syspro to create this purchase order line item. The end result is to be able to create this comparison table. If I expand this table, you will see that item cost, quantity ordered, basically this is what we have on our purchase order on Syspro, quantity invoiced, amount ordered, and amount invoiced. Everything is matching here because invoice information is exactly the same with purchase order information sitting on my Syspro screen, and the status is matched. If we detect a mismatch, we are able to show the reason behind the mismatch. But for this demonstration, we are matching everything. We are able to compare line items, match line items, and handle this two-way matching process on Docuware. If I go back to my Syspro file cabinet, if I put the related invoice number, or I can put the related purchase order number here, I can open the tables. And as I said, we process this invoice, and there's no mismatch. So we have created this invoice on Syspro screen. If the system detects a mismatch, we can generate some workflow task for the user and say that, hey, there's a mismatch, so we couldn't generate this invoice on Syspro. The Syspro invoice generation, digitization, happens once we match all the line items. As I said, if we detect a mismatch, we can generate a workflow task for the users. Then after fixing this invoice, after dealing with the mismatches, then we can generate this invoice on Syspro. And if you want to see just one table here, let's say this view is a bit busy for some of our users, then we can hide line item tables and purchase order line item tables just to give clearer view for the end user. It's possible to see just comparison table. This action is also very easy. I can just click on configurations. I can open this file cabinet. For this demonstration, we will be using Syspro file cabinet. File cabinets. Syspro. Docuware is a low-code platform, so all the customization process happens without any coding requirement. So I can click on File Cabinet, Dialogues. I want to deal with Result dialog. And if I click on it, I will be able to see all these tables. I want to see only the comparison table. I don't want to see line item, purchase order line item. If I come here, purchase order line item, I don't want to see it. And keep in mind that this line item, purchase order line item table is filled by Syspro Integration. Once we store a new invoice, the system trigger the integration, and we read from Syspro purchase order database to be able to fill this purchase order line item. For now, I will highlight it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see line items which comes from invoice. I don't want to see comparison status. I just want to see comparison table, just to give cleaner view for the end user. So I will click on save. It's that easy. I will close it for now. I will refresh my page. We can filter our stored invoices, or I can leave all the filters empty and hit search button. And the last item sitting on this list should be the last invoice we have stored together. I can click on edit index entries. Now, as you can see, we see only the comparison table. So customization of Docuware is very easy. Basically, the platform works with drag and drop methodology. You will have an option to see all the tables, which includes line item tables from the invoice, purchase order line item table, which comes from Syspro database, and the comparison table, which handles two-way matching process. You can customize your platform whenever you want, however you want. And everything you see on the left-hand side is also fully customizable. You may prefer to capture more information or less information from your invoices. And now it's the status process, and we can see this invoice number 4378 on Syspro screens. It is also possible to handle three-way matching, two-way matching by using the integration. This is a ready-to-use integration, but it will be possible to refine the integration based on your specific requirements, based on your specific business processes. Everything you see on my Docuware screen is fully customizable. And yeah, this is the Syspro Docuware integration. It's an accounts payable process. We can capture all the required information from your invoices, ingest their raw data, and send all the information to Syspro without any human interaction. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any question, please feel free to get in touch with us. Thank you.